Hello, everybody. We are watching Undoing episode 5, season 1. Oh, shit, what is it called? I forgot what it's called. Trial by Fury. So, the trial is about to begin. In the last episode, Jonathan was freed and he went to, he went on TV with that lady. Fitzgerald. That was her name. I remember it. Fitzgerald. She put him on TV so that they could gain some sympathy from the people, or something. Just to be able to hear him talk and whatnot. She could steer it in the right direction. Now he dropped some bombs on there. One being that he said he was in love with the lady who died, and that's not. I imagine that's not gonna go very well over with Grace. And he also says that he thinks he knows who did it. I think he's gonna suggest the other person he was having an affair with, who we haven't heard about yet. And for some reason, they decided to keep secret. I think it's Sylvia, but I don't think it's a dad. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out who it might be, and that person might be a suspect. I still think the dad is a suspect, even though I don't really see why he'd do it at this point. I mean, what is he? Well, he would do it for his daughter. I could see that, though. Vindictive kind of guy. If he felt she was wrong, he would do it for her. So that actually is a very good reason why he'd do it. But does he have the ability to do it? Because he looks like an old man, right? You have to have the means, which means you have to be able to do the crime. You have to have been able to. You have to have been in the area, alibi. Means, and something else. It was the means to do it, and were they in the area at the right time to do it, and do they have a good motive? Something like that. Means, motive, and something else. Means, motive. If you know what it is, let me know. I forget. Means, motive, and something. But the point is, could they have done it? Did they have an alibi? And what's their motivation? He has 2 of 3, I think. No, wait. Well, he knew where the lady lived. I don't know. That could have been from the news. But he had the means. No, he had the motivation to. And I think he might have had the ability to be there at the right time. Because no one's asked him or where he was at the time of the incident. But I don't think he has the means to do it. He's an old man. He can't. I don't think he could do that by himself. The way it was done would suggest a much stronger person. Or at least someone with a little more vigor. He's definitely too old. I don't know if he could have done that. But who knows, man? You don't know. Maybe he got some kind of hidden strength, but he looks really frail to me. Which is why I think they did that. Because if he is, I think that they figured people are going to suspect him, but no one's going to suspect him because he's old. And the crime seems to have been done by a stronger person, but we'll see. He might have had some kind of ability to do it. He rigged up some kind of contraption, or he had like a butler do it or something. Is one of his servants complicit in the act? I don't know. But anyway, Jonathan's gone to trial now, and we're about to get a whole bunch of even more shit gets dragged out. Jeez, Jonathan went from the most fun, loving, happy guy who I really liked to the bottom of the shit pile. He's still charming though. You can't help that part of him. But man, his character is just dragged through the mud and dropped off a 20-story cliff, and it's less than nothing now. He's just so, his character has been completely tarnished for life. He's stained with the what's the word? He's stained with the actions of his with the blood of his actions or whatever the heck. The stink is all over him, man. I don't think he can ever recover from that kind of reputation. He'll never work again in the medical field. His wife would never respect him. I don't think she'd even take him back. No way. I mean, you can tell there's a part of her that wants to, but I don't think she would. It's just too many things. And when she finds out there was a second thing, then forget it. Maybe I was feeling generous and I would have given you a second chance, but not a third. That's enough already. That's enough. You gotta go. We need a better person we need someone to be a better example to our freaking kid. All of his affairs seem to also deal around the people he loses. For some reason, when he loses somebody, he gets sad, which I understand. But why doesn't he go to his wife? Instead, he goes and finds some lady to you know what with. He did it twice already, and both of them revolve around patience. You know, like sympathy, and he was helping the kid out, and then was it Olga or whatever? She came around, and she's like, "Oh, I thank you for helping," and he kind of just fell for that, right? And he said the other time he lost the patient, and he was really sad, and then he went to this lady too. So you know, that's his thing. That's what he does. Boy, the dad's gonna kill him once he finds out he cheated on her before that. You know, he's gonna be really mad if he finds that out, which he probably did already because he was probably watching the news. But Jonathan cheated way too many times for forgiveness, and he always does it after a patient. Something happened with a patient. He puts him in a very vulnerable state. I wonder if that's important for the story, though. Anyway, this is I'm doing episode 5. We got 2. There's only one more after this. You ready? Let's do it. All right, here we go. Join me, come on. Kind of sit on the couch and join me for a little bit as I watch. I lost someone I love.
I lost someone I loved.
The way he said that, man.
So you still
I'll never forget it.
You didn't kill her?
Well, I say that because I did not kill her.
That was a cool shot. Isolated from everybody.
Why were you there that night?
Yeah, you're walking around. What's that about?
Because I was due.
Yeah, good, okay. Because they didn't really explain that. I want to know. Yeah, it seems weird.
Were you following me?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Were you following me, Chris?
To now of it. What if they're gonna go that direction?
How we doing?
And he's the one who we should be cheering for because he's the one who lost somebody. Makes for his son. It's a great shot of the kid. Going to courts.
538 is reporting an 83% chance of conviction this morning, down 3 points from
Oh boy. Y'all got her roll to the entrance. She's the one that Sylvia was talking about. I don't know what they said about her, but she's good. Trial begins. Here we go.
Murder is ugly business. I must warn you that he went to the victim's studio
This Sylvia.
on the
I haven't
9th
seen
of
any of the other
January 8th,
girls in forever.
2019. She was first discovered by her 10-year-old son, Miguel.
Don't tell me they found it. Oh, no. Okay. Did they find it?
It could have been a hammer, like this one,
Oh, no, it's not. It's too clean. That one.
and hitting.
She brought her A game because she knows that Fitzgerald gonna be there today.
His DNA, semen at the scene. He guarantees reasonable doubt to any other defendant. So we're not even gonna look for other possibilities. He's the only one we can get. Fernando Alves had motive. He had opportunity. He was there. Is he the killer? Can we know for sure?
They're actually gonna
No.
do it.
He's the only one we can get. It shall be him. It's not.
Hello?
Hey. I suppose you'd like to come over
Go
for
for
a
a
cup
walk.
of tea? Bowl of Frosties? Yeah. Do you remember those long phone calls? Even when we had nothing to say, we didn't hang up. What was that about?
I'm gonna go to sleep now.
Yeah, okay. Bye. Hang on, Ida. I love you.
She actually crawled back in the bedroom. Is this real? Oh. It's not clear whether they were doing anything or they just laying in bed though. He's like, well, where were you last night?
Henry.
She didn't even know he was there.
God, you scared me. What are you doing?
Sitting.
We've survived so far, and we'll survive the rest. We will.
I'm fine.
People always say that when there's something wrong.
I saw them together.
What? Why are you only telling me this now?
If I told you, maybe it wouldn't have happened. Maybe Miguel's father or somebody else who, maybe they found out, and maybe if I told you, then they wouldn't have.
Henry, shh. Would you just listen for a minute? You had nothing to do with what happened to Miguel's mother.
You can't say that. When I saw them,
You could feel it.
I knew. And when he saw me, like it was nothing. He saw that I saw. He knew that I knew. I wanted to tell you.
That's a little different side of
I
him.
wanted to tell you. I felt like he trusted me.
You let him see. You let him see you with her at his school.
Jonathan?
You did that to our son.
We got to the scene at 8:57 a.m. 9 minutes after the husband made the 911 call.
Yes, I'd like to show you a series of photographs.
Hey, you gotta warn people first, man.
We don't stick our heads in the sand in order to jam through quick convictions. An innocent person got slaughtered. Street cameras, however, did capture your client.
Anybody else?
No.
Does she have something? Oh shit, she got something. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, was she gonna use that shit now?
Where was this taken?
A full block away.
The defendant's wife. Near the scene at around the time. You made an exception for Fernando Alves. Was it because admitting your suspicions of him might weaken your chances of getting him?
If we can survive this trial, I think this family can survive.
All right.
Don't you?
We need to talk about that another
No,
time.
I want to talk about it now.
We're not
Let's
talking
talk
about it
it
now. It's not.
We can still be a family. You know, we can even get a dog. Finally. I'll take care of it, so you won't have to worry about what happened before.
What do you mean?
Uh-oh.
Mom told me about the dog thing. About your family blaming you.
Well, she shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna get some air.
What did I say? Mom, what did I say?
It's all right.
I didn't kill the family dog.
Oh, it's a lie.
At a sister, I killed the family sister.
What?
I heard the sound of the brakes and then another sound
That's why he doesn't want to talk
that I
about
will
it.
never get out of my head.
Hmm.
And she got hit by a car when I was making myself a snack.
Oh, that's
Because we don't talk of it ever. Every patient I treat, every single one,
he sees that.
it's little.
He keeps trying to save. Well, no wonder. I mean, no wonder he's all his passion and his emotions get so crazy because it's all linked back to a sister he lost.
She was just lying there.
And I cut the
There's just blood everywhere.
smash cut it too.
I cannot imagine your pain, sir.
That's a lie. You tried to blame me.
I actually didn't. I simply try to point out that you cannot be eliminated as a suspect.
You disgust me.
I don't mean to incite your rage. Eleanor was able to keep part of herself from you. We cannot rule out that she saw other men, that maybe one such man had the capacity for explosive jealousy or violent rage.
Objection!
Right, to find
Your
out
Honor.
who did this.
He did this!
Your Honor, may I?
The rage comes out.
Miss Alves.
Janet,
That's the mom.
hello?
Do it.
And that he feels responsible for her death.
She's like, he was
As he
responsible.
should. He was responsible. And guilt, no grief.
Are you sure about that?
We kept waiting for it. It never did.
What?
Jonathan doesn't know how to suffer.
Oh, that's creepy. The way her eyes don't blink.
After his sister was killed,
What?
he never even said he was sorry.
Whoa.
After his sister was killed, he never said another word about it.
He's a sociopath. Maybe he really did do it.
In essence, his own mother identified him as a sociopath.
Yeah. It could all be lies. He's just trying to garner sympathy? What the hell? Man, I don't know what the hell they're thinking. I guess I've been saying that every single episode. Whew. Chilling. Huh? What? What's going on? Oh. What's happening? Oh shit. What the hell? What? Okay, I got a theory. Now, one last episode. That was a crazy ass scene, by the way, at the end. With finding out that the hammer is inside of his in the son's bag, and the look he gives him at the end. Okay. One is he's protecting the dad. All right. Oh no, it's not though, is it? I got it. Oh my gosh, I got it. Okay. The son inherited his sociopathic abilities from the father, right? It's probably genetically passable. So he inherited the sociopathic genes, and he feels nothing as well. Because he said he knew that his father was having an affair, and so one day he goes to the house and freaking, when the father leaves or whatever, he kills the lady so they can be a family again. Which is why he at the dinner table when they're having dinner, he said that he was so desperate for them to be a family again, right? And this is because he killed her so that they would be. I didn't even think about that as a possibility. Holy shit. You know, I mean, now, I guess being a sociopath, not really sure exactly. I always thought I meant no emotions, but it looks like it's more complex than that, right? It looks like he does feel, because he's desperate for them to be a family, but it's just he doesn't have any problem with taking someone out in order for them to move on. Like if killing somebody would help a situation he found was, he would feel that it could, it would be okay. Like his thinking is all messed up. It doesn't mean he doesn't feel, but that sometimes he would have as a sociopath, it seems, he would have an odd way of fixing problems. Odd is a very lightly used, putting it very lightly. I didn't even think about that. This is going to end up going the same way as this is the second show I've watched this year, which is going to end up with the same idea. If that's the case, the kid did it. Okay, so I didn't even think about that. Up until this point, I didn't see a reason for the kid to do it. I didn't even think of that possibility. I was so hung up on Sylvia or the father. And who was this other person he was having an affair with? I want to know who that is. We're going to come back to it. I know it. Oh, that one's going to be a kicker, I bet. I bet she's going to be Sylvia or something like that. Yeah. And the mom scene was chilling. I think that's the lady. I think that's the one, Howard's wife, right? Isn't that, whatever her name is, isn't that the one from Happy Days? Because she delivered that really well. That one scene she's in. Man, it was so creepy the way her eyes didn't blink. But what she was delivering made it even more creepy. The idea that he's just not at all what she thought he was. He was a sociopath. He had no remorse. He didn't have any remorse for what happened to his sister. Which means if that's true, and the mom has no reason to lie. Wow. In that case, everything he said has been a lie this whole time. Everything. He knows how to fake emotions to gain his sympathy. And this, I like how it's all coming back, man. The fact that his parents don't see him and all that, his family doesn't visit him, makes so much sense now. It actually all works into the plot. Very clever. Very clever. I just seemed to hate him, but I didn't know there was a reason behind it. And there definitely had to be. I should have thought more about that. So, does that take Grace off the table? She's not a killer anymore? I don't know. Because the way she envisions all the crimes makes me wonder if she didn't do them. And she was seen there that day. No one saw the son though. That's what throws it off. No one saw any footage of the son sneaking into the building. Unless he somehow was there before somehow. I don't know. How did he get there without the cameras seeing? I guess the cameras don't have to see it, but I feel like they would have. So if he killed her, he had to have somehow been able to do that. And you know, I gotta admit now, when I go back, I didn't want to say anything, but I always thought the kid's reaction to the death, you know, that someone had died that he knew was connected to him, he didn't seem very shocked by it. Now it makes sense. He wouldn't feel shocked because he knows exactly what happened. So the first thing I'm going to think is, you know, when he tells the boy, first thing I'm thinking is, did he do it? But I swear, that's the first thing I would think is, oh, let's see what he says. But he didn't look surprised. That made me think even more so. But then I didn't really think much of it, and I kind of just ignored it after a while. But now I'm going back to it, and I think about it, and I realize he was, in fact, very unemotional about the whole thing. You would think he'd be a little more shocked about it. He was just kind of curious. But he was never, you know, like, oh, someone died? His reaction was weird, and now I know why. He's been lugging it around this whole time or something? Is this going to connect to the violin somehow? That the violin was his, you know, it was different and all that stuff. And I don't know anymore. But now I got to look at this kid again and all the stuff he did throughout the story to see if it's there, you know? If it's all been there this whole time, we just didn't realize it. But the question I think of though is, how will Jonathan feel about this? Because if he finds out his son is capable of doing that, he's gonna blame himself, and he might just go to jail to protect his son, to protect him from all this and what he caused in the first place. If he hadn't had an affair in the first place, none of this would have been happening. He might just take the blame for his kid. I think that might happen if it turns out it actually is him. But there might be one more twist still coming. Oh, it's so good. It's really good. I can't wait for the last episode. I'll see you guys in the next one. Here we go.